good evening. My name's Andrew Logan. I'm a sculptor. I work in glass, but I also produce an event called the Alternative Miss World, which I first started in 1972 in a converted jigsaw factory in Hackney for 100 people, and it was friends, other artists and people entered. And I think since then I've done 13. And my ambition really is to sort of carry on till I die, actually, to sort of come on in a wheelchair or something, or carried on. But that's the ambition, and I've been fortunate. I suppose we've had 2 documentaries made of it, and it's a great sense of fun. I call it a surreal art event for all-round family entertainment. And I think now there's a little, whatever you call it, anyhow. It's a little piece of film that was made by Jez Benstock, a very talented Scottish filmmaker, who made a film called The British Guide to Showing Off. It was very wonderful. It took me all over the world. But this is a trailer for it.
Hello. Welcome. I'd just been to Cruft's dog show, got rather inspired, and thought I would do the Alternative Miss World.
Everyone came.
The whole world and their brother was there.
There was David Hockney, David Bowie's wife. David was going to come, but he couldn't get in. Divine!
I love London.
It had become the place to be seen.
I come as the host and hostess, split down the middle.
One of the most decadent scenes I've ever seen. Carol Baker in a white fox coat which someone vomited over. There were definitely people having sex.
Oh, blowjobs were everywhere.
I lost my virginity there. It was great fun.
Entertainment and modern art.
It's the weirdest collection of creatures you've ever seen.
It was like a polished version of Dr. Seuss.
You can transform yourself to anything.
Mashed potato for day wear, for evening wear she was a giant chip.
1 year a robot won it.
In beach wear she had a diver's helmet.
Another year an old lady of about 80 won it.
The hobbies are fishing and shitting glitter.
Whatever you see, there'll be a band dressing like that in 18 months' time.
People love it when you dress up for a party because it makes the party nicer for them.
Incredible!
Disgusting.
Fantastic.
It's nuts. That's what showing off is about.
Goodness. Well, how can I follow that? What I thought I'd do is I'd just take you through the years, and we could look at the winners and where they were and things. Because it's a visual thing, really, and it's, here's, oh, yeah, my first Alternative Miss World. Very good. Now, sorry, is that, oh yeah, Downham Road. Has it come up? Oh yes, here we are. Miss Yorkshire. This is Jill Smith. That was Jill Bruce, who was Bruce Lacey's wife, and here she is in 2. This was in the converted jigsaw factory in Hackney. Oh, what happens now? Oh, yes, here we are. Now, I came as the host and hostess. I actually found this outfit in a jumble sale in Brize Norton near Witney. And I've used that look ever since because it was really a routine where they used to tango one way and then turn, tango the other way. And, but to look on it full frontal is quite amazing. And that photo was by Mick Rock. Now, next one. Get that computer going. Oh, is it? Oh, yes, there we are, converted jigsaw factory. 1973. Miss Sorrows, yes, Miss Rita Ritz. And who's this? Oh, Miss Galinda. And then the winner was Miss Holland Park Walk, who came dressed as from a movie. What was it? I can't remember what it's called anyhow. So next one. Wild. Here we are. Oh, Wild. Riverside. Oh, yes, this is Butler's Wharf. I was here for a number of years, a beautiful studio, and next to Tabridge. And now is the host and hostess, Molly Parkin, who was extremely abusive to the audience, and in fact was thrown into the little pool at the end of it. This was Michael Kostiv as Miss Babylon. And then the winner was Derek Jarman. Derek had always wanted to enter, and so he was very serious about it, and he won. And after that, his career just took off. And now he's a legend. And it was very interesting because it was a big parachute, and we had it, so it was lowered from the ceiling, and he put his head through it. Now, next one. Oh, circus. Circus, circus. It's a bit slow, this. Circus, circus. Yes, circus tent, Clapham Common. And here I am, of course, as the bareback rider and the master of ceremonies. And this was 1978. And here we have, Galinda, yes, that was Miss Proposition 13. That was something political, I think, at the time. And that staircase was like that, it was vertical. Now, this is the premiere of the movie, which we had at the Odeon, Leicester Square, and Divine came and we'd unveiled the portraits. And I always remember, because we hadn't bribed the police, he couldn't stop and he couldn't get out of the car. So in the end, he just got out and he ran into the cinema. Divine was very funny. He was a wonderful person. Oops. Oh, yes, here we are. And this is the winner, Stevie Hughes, Miss Linda Carriage, Miss Carriage. And Jodie DeVere Hunt, this time, bubble wrap was very rare. Oh, Royal Imperial, yes, Grand Hall Olympia. We lost £20,000 on this one because the unions wouldn't let us do anything, so... And it was huge. It was 250 feet long, the catwalk. And yes, it proved, here we are, as Miss Frozen Assets. And, oh yes, this was a jewelry design. But you can see the catwalk, and we had an indoor fair as well, with roundabouts and a big wheel and everything. And that's my sculpture there. This is Miss Aldershot. And it's funny, because the following year, of course, was the Falklands War. Miss Aldershot, who went up in a cherry picker. The throne was a cherry picker. And it was very funny, because we lost so much money, but actually what happened was, it ended at 3 a.m, because it was such a long way to walk up and down. And they turned the music down, turned the heating off, and half the people had gone home. But it was a great time. On to water now. Water, oh yes, this was a very successful one. This was in Clapham, no, where are we? Is it coming on? Brixton, water. Yes. Water, next slide. Yes. Yes, we are. Miss Sacrilege, a fallen angel, Bulker de Vries. He'd actually broken his leg, so he came on with crutches. And the winner, Miss Rosa Bosom, radio-operated simulated actress. Bruce Lacey's great invention. Brilliant, Bruce Lacey. Earth. We move on to Earth. We were supposed to do it in the Chislehurst Caves, but we were stopped by the police because they thought AIDS, people were going to go to the toilet, and then AIDS was going to go down the drains and pop up into people's houses, and they were all going to get AIDS. Leigh Bowery, of course, lovely Leigh and Jill, both deceased, and Grayson. Evidently, he said this was a big inspiration for his future career. Oh yes, winner, Miss National Geographic, Jenny Runacre. So as you can see, it's men and women and robots and, you name it. Air, yes. Air, this was at the Business Design Centre in Islington. And here we are. Rula Lenska was my co-hostess. And sadly, at the end, we had a stage, and the stage separated to go off, and she was standing halfway across and disappeared down the hole. Oh, here we are. Kinky Galinky was very big then. So this is all people from Kinky Galinky. Where are we now? Ah, yes, Burnell Penhall, a genius, and he came as Miss Gale Forcewind. And he was such a genius, he was very modest, so unlike Leigh, but I did commemorate him in a series of portraits. Fire, Clapham Grand. Clapham Grand. Oh, there he is again, Burnell, yes. And you might know, if anyone's seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, this is him. He inspired that whole look. Where are we now? Oh, The Void. I love The Void. 291 Gallery, Hackney. Here we go. Yes, this is all made out of beer cans. And the winner, Miss Panny Bronua. And she was 75 years old, now deceased, but her pastimes was smoking and drinking and dancing. And she flew in from Moscow. The Russians love it. They understand it. This is Universe. This was held at the Hippodrome in Leicester Square. And here we are, Universe. And now it's the casino, of course. As you know, it's a casino. So, here we are. This is the winner. Secret Sounds of Sunbird Rising, yes. And this is Mrs. Nigeria, who in fact had been quite abused in Nigeria and had just literally arrived in the UK. Oh, she's wonderful, yes. This is Miss, who's that? Miss Ice Cream Eyes, yes. She screamed at the top of her voice. And this is Norman Rosenthal, who was then the head of the Royal Academy. But he'd always wanted to enter, ever since Derek won. I think he was very jealous. So it's great he entered. And there's the winner. And for all these, I create all the alternative crown jewels, as which you see in all these pictures. So these are all in my little museum in mid-Wales, in the middle of nowhere. More sheep than people. So this is the elements. Ta-da! Oh, what's happening? Come on. Yes, this is, oh yes, Miss Peru. This is a Miss Peru. This is all about drugs. Cocaine, I think. And this one, oh, my sister, who's entered every single one. And as she came as Miss Hokusai. Oh, I don't know who that is. The winner, Miss Fancy Chance. And she won because for her evening wear, she came in and in a big crinoline, and then from the crinoline, she was lifted up into the ceiling by her hair. And this was at the Roundhouse, which was great. Loved the Roundhouse. Then this is the latest one, held at Shakespeare's Globe, which Julian came to. I don't know if anyone else came to it. And, but it was fantastic. It was like Shakespeare and the Alternative Miss World met. 37, 36. It's the very slow, this thing. Oh, no, we've got that already. We've had that one. Yes, so this is myself and Grayson Perry, who was the co-host, and the winner, Miss Zero Plus, who was from Moscow. And she had this inflatable outfit. So here we are. And who gives a fuck? I just thought at one stage, I think it was Dayware, he was getting the whole theatre to scream, "Who cares a fuck?" Perhaps you'd all like to do it, actually. Right, 1, 2, 3. Who cares a fuck? Thank you so much. And people walking by Shakespeare's Globe would think, my goodness, what's going on there? But everybody loved it. And I'm hoping to do another one. I've been asked back to the Shakespeare's Globe next year. So hopefully it will continue. So thank you so much.